Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Ray, DIY Nation in the house. Guys, I got another how to eye candy video about my BMW R1300 GSA motorcycle. As you know, you've been following my channel. I picked up this bike last year. Been doing a lot of updates, customized it to my liking, and I'm enjoying riding it. Guys, I got another accessory I'm gonna be adding. I'm gonna be adding the Motowolf motorcycle flagpole. Now, I saw this on other videos of riders in Japan and China. Is the flagpoles in the back that holds the GoPro or a light. Don't really see that much that type of customization here in the States. And you know what? I said, I want to add that to my bike. So that's what I'm going to do. I just received it. Follow me. We're going to open the box, take a quick look at it real quick. I can, if you're interested in this type of item, check out the affiliate links of this video of all the accessories that I added to my bike. Those links are affiliate. It does support this channel. And if you use those links, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. And again, if you want to support the channel, there's a thanks button down there. You can donate a cup of coffee or a tank of gas. I will appreciate it. All right. So that's it. So again, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Just get into it. Let's go. Okay, guys, so we're just gonna open it real quick and take a look at it. Again, this is from the Motowolf flagpole. Again, it was something that I think just when I saw it, I said that's cool. Right? All right, that is very cool, and I wanted to add it to my bike. So, okay, just received it. You get a Motowolf flag. All right, don't know I'm gonna be flying that, but and what do you get? You got Allen key with some Loctite and a screw. We have two different sizes of screws here. Again, with the Allen key and another bag with different size screws. All right, so all stainless steel. Looks pretty good. This here is going to be a mountain bar, I'm pretty sure. All right, first impression, very nice. Very nice. Nice aluminum. Very nice. I like it. And as you can see, there's different types. There's some, the bar will go in and it's like it comes down and it screws here. I didn't like that. I like this one because you see how it's flush? The pole is just going to sit on top of this. So I like that clean look. And to tell you the truth, the color matches the bike perfectly. All right, the powder coat on it, very nice. All right, so we put that over there. This is the pole itself. Everything's well packed, very nice. All right, see the Motowolf have indication lock, unlock, twist to unlock it, and you're able to extend it. Very nice. And again, this part screws off, so you're able to mount a camera. So that's what I like about it. Just to give you a different angle. And as you can see, the bottom matches perfectly with the inside of this. If you can see the difference, how it'll line up so it'll lock in properly. This is very nice. A little pricey, I guess you say, but I think this to be a nice quality looking part. Very nicely made. So what I'm gonna do now, we're just gonna get it installed. So stay with me, like, subscribe. If you're interested in this, check out the affiliate links, and let's just get it on the bike. Let's go. Okay, guys, we're gonna get into this now. Now, of course, you're gonna have to remove your top case to get this installed. Okay, put this to the side. And what I noticed about this kit, there's no directions. All right, so you're gonna have to adapt it to your bike, whatever it may be. Me looking at it, yeah, there's no directions. So you're just gonna have to figure out how to put it on your bike if you have a different style of bike. Excuse me, guys, I'm just picking up stuff flying around in my yard. Okay, guys, I just want to bring something attention to yourself. You see how it's recessed in this metal bar? What you're gonna have to do, you're gonna have to remove these two screws here. They give you two sets of screws. Now, I guess it all depends on how wide this is on which one you're gonna use. So I don't know which one I'm gonna use just yet, but you have two sets. So depending on your application, you're only going to need one of these packs, not both. So that's one thing I did observe. And another thing I just want to bring to your attention. What I like about this particular bar is that when you look underneath your rack here, all right, you see these two indication point, this point here, that point there, that's going to sit right within those grooves. So keeping it steady inside your on your rack. So that's nice. I like that design. All right. And of course, you're able to, depending how you want to position it, further out, further in, all depends how you want to set it up, to bring it all the way to the end. And then you can have another mounting point for something using that slot if you want. So a lot of flexibility. So I just want to show that. So let me get this tool removed and figure out which screw we're going to use, and I'll let you know. All right, so stand by. Okay, guys, this is going to be a T25. Very easy to take out. All right, two screws. That's it. Put this to the side. Which pack? I'm assuming it's probably going to be the smaller one. So this one's just way too thick. Yeah. So let me put this to the side, and we're going to use the smaller one. So stand by. Let me take this out and get this installed. Okay, guys, figuring this out. All right, you're going to use those smaller ones. This screw is the same size or diameter of the ones that you taken out. All right, so it screws right in the same hole. This other pack, this is way too thick. This is, I guess, for a different application, a different bike. Just keep that to the side. You're not going to use it. This here, this hex is a number 5. What you're going to do, you're just going to take the screw. You can use one washer and put this on top of here. Now, there's multiple washers that's in this kit. It only makes sense to use this one washer and put it in this hole here. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. And the screws are all the way down. Let me get that started. Let's hand tighten it first so you don't cross thread anything. I'm going to do that with this one first. Okay. And that's that. So let me screw this down. All right, so that's already in. Now you're gonna come from the bottom with the other screws and your bracket. Let me give you a little closer look at this before we continue. Okay, guys, we're gonna add this to the back of the bike now. What you're gonna do, you're gonna have like a locking washer, a regular washer, and your nut. All right, hope I can see that. The nut, locking washer. It only makes sense to me that, again, line it up with the screws that you already put in. Take the regular washer, go straight up, grab the locking washer, follow that up, and then now you come back with your nut. So that's one down. Let me get the other screw to the other side, and that's pretty much it. All right, and just find, make sure it's in that track area like I showed you, and just bring it up. You can adjust it left and right depending on how you want to run it. I'll assume to put your bag up here and give you a play, see how close it's to that case. So we're gonna get that done before I lock this in. So stand by. Okay, guys, what we're gonna do now, again, just get it up there so it's loosely fit so you can slide back and forth. We're gonna have to do now, just bring your bag over or your case, throw it on here, and then we're going to attach the flagpole itself. All right. The reason why, because we're going to adjust this accordingly to our bag or a case on how far this is going to sit out. So let me get my case over here and get it mounted. Okay, guys, I'm going to tell you something, give you a tip. Now, I'm trying to put this on the way I showed you. I believe I probably made a mistake because this is not locking. So I'm thinking, again, because it doesn't have any directions, I'm thinking the way I have the washer set up is preventing my kit from locking down. All right, so let me show you what I'm talking about. This here, told you put the washer there. That might be incorrect because I don't know if you can tell. This is slightly higher. All right, it's not laying flush or below this plastic part. So I believe I'm gonna have to take that washer out, all right, to get this to be flush or below the plastic part here. So let me take that off. I'm probably thinking the locking nut is probably have to come up here, and these other screws washers gonna go below. So let me fix that reverse it and see will that work better. So right now, the way it's set up, my case is not locking on to my plate. So I just want to show that to you and let me figure this out. So stand by. Okay guys, I want to just show what I'm doing. All right. Initially I said use that bigger washer to put it there. Take that out, and in here I dropped the locking washer. I'll put that instead. All right. The idea again is try to get this part here flush or below your plate here, so your case can sit flat on this part. Let's see if that works. I got it switched, and now it's below that line now. As you can see, I don't know if you can tell between this one. This is sitting up. Now this is below, so that's how we want it to be. Now I'm gonna take the two washers that's left over, the bigger one and the smaller one. I'm gonna put that underneath and take the nut and screw it down that way. Again, making sure it's in this channel, and I think we should be good by that. All right, so that's good. So let me switch the other one, switch it around, and then come back and get the case back on. Now, you're looking at the side of the bracket, and there's a problem with this bracket, which is not a big deal. You're gonna have to modify this here. As you can see, there's ever so slightly right there at the tip, not allowing this bracket to fit flush with this bottom bracket here, all right, because it bumps right into it. Now you can push push it in and it'll end up tilting a bit, but I don't like that type of connection. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna get my little drummer, and I'm gonna just at the tip try to flatten that out so I can get this bar to come up and fit flush within the cavity of this bar. So that's something you're gonna have to do. All right, it's not gonna allow you to, the case won't lock in unless you modify this bottom part here. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to articulate here. See, it just won't, right here won't go up because this is forcing itself into the bar. So this is how it's going to be modified. It's not a big deal. You can just have to get a drummer or some sandpaper or something just to notch it out so it lays flat, connect flat to this part here, so this can go up and have a nice connection with no gaps. So let me get that done. Let's see if I can just show you some more angles. Again, this is just eye candy for you guys who are interested in doing this type of modification. All right, right there, and the same thing over here. That edge is connecting to this bar. So I'm gonna have to take this off. Let me get that done so it looks nice and clean so I can get this bar to go up. And again, switch the washer, put the locking one on top, and this is how I have the bottom. And once I get it up, I should be fine. All right, so any questions or any comments, any concerns, hit me off below. Check out the affiliate links and we'll just keep it moving. Okay guys, I just want to show it to you. All right, again, I got the case up. Again, I can't lock it in because it's butted against this here. So I'm gonna have to trim this back a bit so I can get this to go forward. All right, so I hope that makes sense to you. I'm not trying to force it because I don't want to break I don't want to break the mechanism in my latch. So I suggest just trim this down a bit, get a drummer or something to flatten this out so it can lay flat against here and still have enough room to engage with your latch. All right, so that's the only thing that's holding it up. Pretty much, I think you can see it better down here, how it's touching this bar right there. So I'm gonna have to just trim that. There's no way around it. And again, it won't be seen. Let me get my drummer and try to get this done. So stand by. Okay guys, I just want to show you what I'm doing now, as you can see right here, I just notched it out. Now I found it much easier that I used my little plunge cutter here. And what I did, I showed you pictures how I marked it, and all you're doing is a little L cut. Once that's done, I came back with a little file just to clean it up. And that's that, all right? So that's all you need is a little notch to be taken out of your, and it doesn't affect of this locking down on your bike, so don't worry about that. But you do need to notch it out for this to rest against that bar. So when you take it off, the locking mechanism is not hung up or you're not forcing it. So that's why I'm notching it out so I don't have to worry about it. I'm not putting undue stress on my handle here when I lock the bag in or the case in. So hope that makes sense to you. What I'll do, I'll let this video play and let you observe me notching it out. All right, just keep it moving. And again, this is just details for you guys if you're looking to do this modification on your bike also. So again, consider like, subscribe, and we'll just keep it moving. Hang on, guys. I'm just looking. I made a mark here where I gotta stop it. So I'm just taking my time. Okay, guys, so you can see that it's notched out. All right, much better. Both sides. Again, this is the angle right here. You just gotta notch it out so it can go against this bar. And this bar can now lay flat against to the plate. And that's it. So I'm happy. I had a little file just to clean it up. And that's done. So now I'm just gonna screw this tight. And then we're gonna come back and just put the pole in. And that'll be done. So again, you guys like this type of content, it's appreciative, it's informative. Please consider like, subscribe, hit the thanks button if you want to buy brother a cup of coffee or a tank of gas. All right, because gas is getting expensive. All right, guys. So I'll just keep it moving. Okay, guys. Now we're gonna add our pole. It's the final step. Like I said earlier, inside there's some grooves here, right there. That lines up with the markings inside the hole here. So just make sure that locks in. And that's pretty much going to line keep this logo and locking facing to the left. So you put it in. I'm just going to rotate it a few times, see if it locks, and it is. And now you're going to use the bag with the Loctite. It's very easy to install. The only thing you have to worry about is just that little modification to your case, which is not a big deal. Again, we got the two screws. You have the locking nut that's going to go on first, and then you're going to add your washer second, like that. All right. I'm gonna put some Loctite on, and you just go underneath it and screw it in. That's simple. Use the Allen key they provided. Okay, guys, it's done. It's installed. Happily like it. I'm telling you, it matches the case, the texture, everything blends very nicely. Now, the only thing, what I don't like about it, and I think there's only two things, and it's one is not a big deal because I just demonstrated that you have to modify the little clips underneath here to make this case go on. Again, not a big deal, but it is going to take some modification, at least on my bike. Maybe how your bike is designed or how it's manufactured, you may not have that problem. But if you do, follow the steps that I gave you to get this installed so it doesn't interfere on your bike locking down or your case locking down on its on the rack. All right, so that's one. Number two is just a personal choice. All right. I understand gave you a flag with Chinese writing, which I don't know what that says. I'm pretty sure it probably says the Motowolf logo, probably. But I think better off, guys, if, who send this out, add the flags to the country that you're sending it to. Give them the option. I'd rather have a U.S. flag or maybe some type of character flag, some anime flag or something besides your logo flag. I think that's the only thing because I'm not flying your flag. I'm just not, right? You got the logo on the bar. That's good enough. So I would prefer to have a United States flag or PD flag, MOS flag or something else. So I think that'll be a better look. If you add that, you end up increasing your sales for those who you're selling it to. So that's just my opinion. I have to get me a U.S. flag, the flag on this one. And again, I can now add my camera above. As for the stability, again, when you put your camera up there, you put the vibration or movement detection, so avoid the rattling, and that's part of the bike. But overall, it's a nice look. I like how it's made. It blends in the bike well, and that's that. So guys, any questions, any comments, any concerns, hit me up below. Check out all the affiliate links that I did to my bike. It does support the channel. Consider using a donation. Thank you button downstairs. You want to buy a brother a cup of coffee or take a gas. And that's it, guys. So I'll just check you on the next one. All right. DIY Nation is out. Later.